Oh, problem है ना extra.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. I will be presenting on case study of the Krong River Basin. It was so. Let's a brief introduction of this basin. It is in eastern part of Himalayan range. So catchment area is around 1910 square kilometer, of which 560 square kilometer in Assam part, which is in Lakhimpur district, and the upper area of around 1350 square kilometer is in Papumpare district of Arunachal Pradesh state. And the basin, the Krong River is is sub-tributary of Brahmaputra River. So actually it is joining Subhansri first. I don't know if it is clearly visible. So it is covering Subhansri first, and then Subhansri, which is a major tributary of Brahmaputra. So it is joining over here near Majuli Island. Not Majuli Island, there's some district. So then UFC, the area distribution I have made. So like 30% area is in Lakhimpur, is in Papumpare. So yesterday I have taken a session of water demand calculation. So for that purpose also this was like very important. So now comes to soil and topography. So by topography, it is like in range start from say around 2885 meter from the hilltop, and then reaches to around 76 meter nearby Badati Ghat. And soil, it was taken from FAO, and majority share is of not majority, let's say 50-50, almost 50-50 is like clay loam and loamy soil is there. And loamy soil, like it's majorly contributing to runoff, like say sediment, and although it is very suitable for agricultural as well. Now let's say this geomorphology part. I have also drawn a tectonic cross-section view of this basin. So let's see main boundary thrust. If I show you. If I show you, this one is let's say Indian plate is there. Why the like basin is like this, and this one is Tibetan plate is there. So basin lies somewhere in between MBT and extend it to alluvial plains. So these are alluvial plains, and let's say MBT area is passing from here, and then Himalayan frontal fold. So this one is crossing from here. So you see that why the basin is like this, from hilly terrain to like totally in plains. So that's why. And then so now comes to rainfall part. So basin, I have mentioned some data of IMD. So Itanagar located here, here. So you can see the mean average annual rainfall is around 3400 mm. And another station is at Badati Ghat, like totally downstream, let's say outlet. So it's around 1850 mm. So almost 50% variation is like totally half what the rainfall is in upstream area and what is the rainfall in downstream area. So this much variation is in rainfall we have observed. And I mentioned one pie chart here. So it's around 87, like in monsoon, 87% rainfall is in totally, like in whatever the Itanagar rainfall station is showing, and very less rainfall is in non-monsoon season. Okay, so these are the first line, like what is heavy rainfall is there. So heavy rainfall is as per State Disaster Management Authority, Arunachal Pradesh. So they have mentioned like in continuously 3 days or more rainfall is there. So they made a category of like very heavy rainfall is there, or say rainfall amount 64 mm to 124.4 mm in a single day, and either in a single day or for let's say more than 2 to 3 days. So it is again a heavy rainfall. So I have given some data. Let's say first one is 14 June 2008. It was very heavy rainfall in a single day, and flood occurred at downstream part. It is in the news.
This rainfall rose the limit of 204.5 mm. Extremely heavy rainfall.
So like Arunachal, like this river have seen the worst flood on that day, like 14 June 2008. Similarly, further more events are there, 10th September 2010. So like this very frequent year, like they are happening. So, and then again these are some lines like heavy rainfall. Because of heavy rainfall, agricultural loss is there. Let's say they have grown paddy, so it like more than enough water is there, like sufficient, more than sufficient water is there. And flash flood is almost every year, like the river is carrying whatever the like carrying capacity, it's suddenly like very heavy, like water is coming like even more than its carrying capacity. So this was like regular phenomena. So I've added a photo in the, let me show you this location from where it belongs. So this location belongs to here, somewhere here, Sagali area is there. So, and I forgot to mention that a dam is there, like reservoir, hydroelectric power plant is there, Pare Dam. And this basin also receives tail race discharge of another dam. Ranga Nadi Dam is there, and then its powerhouse is somewhere here. So we have interbasin water transfer. So it received something around maximum design discharge was around 160 cumac. So a study was there. A study was conducted by CWPRS Pune, that what was the impact it on of this discharge on downstream. So because we are adding some extra discharge also in basin. So it was around 7 to 15 centimeter in terms of depth in the downstream area. So not much.
This is one example in northeast region, the interbasin water transfer from Ranga Nadi to this from the hydro.
So, and then we have seen the, like from where Sagali region is there. So this photograph from there, and then the Pare reservoir itself, sometimes although it used to control the flood, but sometimes they used to release very large amount of water. So in downstream area also like flood like situation appears. And now comes to forest cover. So let's say Papum Pare district, it's almost 92% of area is forest area. And now comes to only basin part. So in the upper basin area, not upper basin, so it is representing Forest Survey of India data of year 2019. It was taken from their raster, what they have prepared. So it is having an area of around 66% total forest area, including moderately dense forest, open forest, non-forest area. So even having this much of forest, basin contributing a significant amount of sediment, and downstream area is totally like alluvium, and maximum agricultural is in downstream Assam part. So this is forest cover trend of Papumpare district. So for a basin study like this, we need to compare, let's say, what is the forest in, like say, long-term trend series. So I made a plot of like from 2001 till 2023. So they have forest survey of they release the report in every 2 years. So we can see a sharp like decline from 2005 to 2015, slightly less, and then again sudden 2017. So the main cause of like expansion pressure from like settlement, Itanagar, though itself is in wildlife sanctuary area. I was there in field last year, so during the discussion they have mentioned that it is in wildlife sanctuary area. So even though expansion is happening, and then some sort of again reason also like forest density or also there, agroforestry is also there, because some tree farming is there. So they are taking forest cutting down the trees, and like in between they are doing some tree, though they do not receive any kind of agricultural benefit from government, but we are getting say subsidy. So this was also there. Now another thing, during the field visit, it was like very the upper basin receive almost around 33 to 3400 mm of rainfall, and what happens, and if you see in lean season, very less flow is there. Like say rainfall appears and then suddenly it's totally drain off. So very less water storage is there, almost nil. If you see like say, though it was a very minor tributary, totally dried up. And this was Sankey River, if you know, and then another near Naharlagan area. So this was the
time it's got the approval, maybe 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, then there is no stream, there is no water. So we have to think about this aspect, that for planning of any streams over this one stream where they are drying up, on regular basis, then we should consider the time horizon of approval time in the mind while deciding it. One more thing, the observation he has shown that forest area is declining over the years. Contradictory the downstream part, where the Lakhimpur Khiri, right?
no, Lakhimpur,
Lakhimpur, yeah,
yes.
Lakhimpur, where the forest cover is increasing. So similar kind of thing, upstream totally changed and downstream totally changed. Upstream, the major expansion in the Itanagar, the settlement area is there, so they are expanding. Doimuk area, Itanagar, upper part of the stream, the expansion, the upper settlement is there. But downstream part, the forest cover is increasing because of some reasons. Whatever is
Actually, they have also technology is also changing, so they are like precise calculation is also appear into picture. Let's say in 2001 they have very coarser resolution of satellite data from where they are getting plotted. So this was also one of the reason. And see, so this is data received from Public Health Engineering Department. So they used to supply water for humans. So you can see these red ones are like how to prepare map. So I have shown like this. So ignore this. This was given by State Application Center. So they have just made a buffer to focus on this area. So this was critical sources are like they are not sufficient to supply enough water in lean season. Let's say in May, June, not a continuous supply is there. And in semi-critical sources, subcritical sources are like although they are sufficient now, but in near future they are not going sufficient to supply the water. And this photo is from water treatment plant at Itanagar, Sanki river. They are tapping water from here. So they have while during the it's Sanki river. So we are just at the verge of Jack well. On the floor we are standing and seeing that the river, you can see in the January month, like very less flows there. Though they have also mentioned that they have created a baffle wall over here. So to get like sufficient water in the Jack well so that they can uninterruptedly supply the water. But they have also mentioned again that river flow is like very high sometimes, so all water like get stuck and then stuck to a baffle wall and then circulate over here. So it will get I mean to say that it will get like damaging to their infrastructure from nearby. So they need to like reduce the height of this wall. So like this was like dynamic situation over there, like very less flow in lean season, and sometimes when the rainfall happens, like very sudden heavy flow is there.
I have also been there in Itanagar. There are two men, they can confirm there are two water supply skips are there and the water treatment plants were there, two plants. One is on the Senki river, another one I forgot the name of the place, but see the one place, the situation like this. So it will create problem in the future for the drinking water problem. Though we are in water rich basin, but still the problem would be there for the drinking water. So we have to plan like lot of springs are there. So spring resolution plants should be there, the recharge systems should be there, so that we can create some water storage, so that we can use the water for the drinking purpose in the lean season.
If we talk about springs, so almost all springs like whatever CGW we have discovered in 2008 or 9, they have conducted a study. So they have mentioned that maximum springs are like getting dried up in lean season. So this much like water stress problem is there in the lean season. And then one more thing I forgot to yeah. So see, let's say basin covers 2 to 3 blocks. Now you see that why Itanagar and Naharlagan area like doesn't have any critical sources or subcritical sources, because we didn't get the data. So like data must be like we need a lot of data for this master plan study. So like say any kind of inconsistent, let's say about Arunachal part, how they are tapping water, so we didn't get the data. So like we need same form of like consistent data in a master plan. So that sort of, so only this much data is clearly visible, rest of it like nobody knows what is happening. So yeah, sand mining is also there. I was in the field. You can see the river is flowing and then they are picking up from the running river itself and collecting it over here. Even though geology and mining department collect some revenue from sand mining also, but it should be in consultation with the WRD that which area you should pick, which area you should not, do not touch. Now comes to groundwater scenario. So everybody knows like let's see, we have plenty of groundwater, plenty of amount, like we are tapping only like say around 1.46. I have made a table. So groundwater is in like safe zone in upstream area as well as in downstream area, mention the district. So this was from recent published report 2024. So if you see like everything is safe. And now I prepared a table. So yesterday I was showing during the demand calculation, see the district area is this much. This is for district, this is again for downstream part district, but I have mentioned like 39%. So area intersection is there. because we cannot access, even though they've also made calculation based on the administrative boundary, because groundwater doesn't have any administrative boundary, but though they need to somehow like represent the data, so they've calculated based on administrative boundary. So for basin assessment for surface water or say groundwater, so I have like made, let's say it was around 39% of basin area is covering, and then 25% of in Lakhimpur. So again, groundwater availability for future use enough. Total groundwater extraction, this was also found fine, and the stage of groundwater extraction not much, and still is in safe condition.
So the recommendation could be, though we are in initial stage, but the recommendation could be like effective use of the water. In terms of water stage, the surface water stage, we can use the groundwater because the plenty of groundwater information is there. The water table is not much critical level. So CGW data is saying that there is plenty of groundwater in fields, and the groundwater is the safe for drinking after treatment. There is no contamination in the groundwater, but surface water is declining, and could be the water stage as far as the surface water.
So if we see like say total here picture is like very good, say everything is safe and fine. Now if we see the actual scenario, like say these are the well locations from where we have taken some data. So if you see that last 10-year trend of let's say pre-monsoon, post-monsoon, so we see some areas like in pre-monsoon they are showing like decreasing kind of trend, and in post-monsoon they have shown some sort of like rising kind of trend, and then some are totally like declining. I mean they never, like we used to pump water every day, and so they never get like replenish like what was the actual. So have you heard the term dynamic groundwater table? Anyone? What is dynamic groundwater table? So actually dynamic groundwater table is like we can extract the water, let's say in post monsoon 10 meter was there, in pre-monsoon it was 6 meter was there, so in between that 6 to 10, so we can extract the water till 6 meter. Beyond that we cannot. If we go beyond that, it will further, let's say you tap the water and the groundwater table reaches to let's say 4, so again when rainfall happens, though it will recharge some sort of, but it won't reach to 10 again. So it was suggested, it was always suggested that you should use the water in between dynamic range, which was like always kept filling, and you are draining, kept filling, and you are extracting. So this was, yeah. Although we have like still groundwater scenario is safe, but I have also like if you see some interviews they have mentioned in CGWB report. So in pre-monsoon like in March, April, so water level like reduces to like 6 to 7 meter. So you have your borehole like around beyond that, not beyond that, just above that. So you won't get any water. So like they have mentioned also that like in lean season they won't get enough groundwater also. So this was also there.
Supposing we build a well in this compound, kilowatt compound, and then will it have any effect on this administrative?
Yes, yes, yes.
That effect can be fulfilled
Then the recharge.
the recharge capability of that area will define how much power of water, how much power you can draw from, how much water you can draw from it. So those are the things which have to be kept under control by regulation. Okay, if you want to tap a well, the well should have these kind of parameters, this much depth, this much.
Water tables should not go beyond that resisted water level. Otherwise, up to a certain limit, it can be recharged.
So, and if we see the like movement of groundwater, like how it is moving, so it is like similar to let's say I am plotting. So groundwater movement is like this, based on like river pattern. So it is moving like from here to here. So if we say what is the groundwater level here and what is the groundwater layer, so certainly it will differ. So now if we see the surface and groundwater quality, so is it visible, clearly visible, the table? So this was of surface water, what we have received from State Pollution Control Board, and it is of the Krong River near Nirjuli Bridge. So you have seen the turbidity levels, like they are like very high, even in the month of January, February, like this. I've made a like created represented a photo. So it's like clearly visible, like turbidity shows to like what suspended content and like how clear the water is. So and pH is almost good, like even BOD sometimes it reaches to like more than 3. So nowadays you can see while moving in the Krong River area, so you can find like encroachment is there in the basin, river pollution. You can see nearby river, the photo.
Near this Senki Bridge or the upstream part where the water treatment plant is there. Clear water is there. You can see crystal clear water.
I have showed the one I have already showed the photo, like baffle wall is there.
The moment that you are passing through entire the city area, Itanagar area, near the Doimuk, this is the situation of the photo. Also, it's coming and meeting to the
And also like it carry a lot of sediment. It was all like prime region. Sediment is the prime region. Let's say rainfall is there, so sudden flow is there, and then river get like color get totally changed. So this one water surface water quality is more or less good, other than turbidity. So PHE department is like taking main source of their water is surface water only. Now comes to groundwater quality. You can see some ranges. I have made some like table of BIS limit. What are the acceptable limit and what are the permissible limit if any alternate source is not there. So you can see iron, like how much like very high iron content is there. Even manganese are also there. So these are like data of 31 locations in Itanagar city complex, Itanagar capital region, ICR. So pH is also like some sort of fine range, but the iron and manganese are, so these are like let me yeah, so if you see the time series plot of iron and manganese, let's say in pre-monsoon this much highest iron content was there, and in post-monsoon, so in post-monsoon, let's say a lot of like dilution is there. So based on that, so some sort of like they reduced, and then in yeah, and see you can see like what are the locations. Is it visible? I think I made it very short. Okay. So in actually in lean season, so because of soil stratum, what like so whenever the rainfall happens, so the salt or chemicals because of leaching from these, so when it mix into the groundwater table, so these are the main reasons by the iron content or manganese content. So this much of fluctuation in certain regions. So this was actually shared by Remote Sensing Agency of Arunachal Pradesh. So you can see these are the flood risk zones of the upper Krong Basin. You can see they have made their own analysis, like what are the area. So that Sagali was there, which is a sub-district, this Pare Dam, and then Doimukh. So these areas are like very prone to flood. Itanagar is not that much, Naharlagan, Upia, and then Bandardeva, and beside this is downstream area. So if you see the Doimukh, so this is Doimukh, collecting, and a CWC gauge site is also like they have established. So if you see the highest water level, what we have Saurabh told today morning, like highest flood level, HFL. You see the like on 26th August 2021 it was 120.7. Next year it reaches to 121.08, means again a new record. And after 2 years again a new record, 122.5. So like very heavy rainfall is there in the region. Cloud burst event are there, and in a single day, let's say intensity, what we were saying in last 2 to 3 days, like intensity, high intensity rainfall is like increasing. So this was the picture of upper area. So now we move, so this was upper. Now we talk about downstream area. So downstream area covers Bhipuria, Narayanpur, and yeah, so majority of these towns. So yeah, Assam. This is Lakhimpur district totally, and it is very prone to flood. So you can see a gauge station is there, Sisapattar I have encircled in black, and the data they have shared, it was shared by WRD, state WRD. You can see almost every year it have crossed the danger level. Almost every year it have crossed the danger level, and I have seen you like danger level, sir. It was danger level. They have mentioned. It was on WRD Assam website, this data. So you can see the worst flood was in 2008. So it have reached more than around 89.7 something was there. So very worst.
Before meeting the river to the Brahmaputra, and this is most the agriculture fields are there. So every year, almost on every year, because the water level is crossing the level here, so lot of the crop damages are being not only in the Vikram, the Chuban city and the nearby river.
So if you see, like say, so this is Dikrong, this is Ranga Nadi. Sorry, not this is Ranga Nadi, or in Arunachal they said Panior river is there, and Panior dam is situated on this. So this is also the major tributary of Subhansiri. This is also responsible for flood, and then Subhansiri, which itself like very it carry huge load of sediment and discharge. So these all area like these all like 1, 2, and then Dikrong. So like creating a lot of, and even in 2008 actually the river is very well embanked on both sides, left as well as right. So embankment breaching was also there in 2008. So this sort of like we need to consider. Like say what is the health of embankment, current health of embankment, or so. Now comes to landslide. So our team has developed our own methodology based on rainfall induced landslide. So they have found out that these are the landslide prone zones, let's say, because it's totally hilly region, and I have shown you the tectonic cross-section view. So the basin comes in between major boundary thrust MBT and HFF, Himalayan frontal thrust. So like they have like very weak, if you see the texture, the grain size and the texture of this, so very weak conglomerate of like sand, clay and pebbles. So when rainfall happens, and if any rain come in contact with these, so totally like cut off, portion is totally cut off. So they have seen some samples. Landslide happens at the bridge near moving to Sagali. We are so this was taken by me while I was on field. So a bridge was there actually, so it gets dismantled. So this is again landside inventory map. So although there is no risk at all, but for the consistency they are made. Otherwise the upstream area like upper basin area is very like prone to landslides. And these are some basin specific issues what we have discovered during the stakeholder consultation last year. So flash flood, cloud burst was almost every year. Sand mining, I have shown some photographs. Erosion and sedimentation, you can see the color of river, like it carry a huge load of sediment. Landslide is there, very less flow in river season. Then smaller streams totally like dried up. Then another like say agricultural and fisheries department, they have also mentioned their problems like marketing infrastructure is very less. So you also need to take care of like this, how can be incorporated into master plan for the sake of economic point of view. And high cost of agricultural labor. So during the discussion from district agriculture officer, so she shared that actually due to high cost of labor, so they are doing like pocket based, and itself if they want to do agriculture like farming, they do, otherwise let's say next year. So this case scenario is also there. And then in the Pare Dam there is like no fish ladder was given. So absence of fish ladder for the like it was concern from fisheries department. And springs, we know only 2 to 3 springs are there in Naharlagan area, which are still perennial, though discharge is very less. So, and then lack of funding for let's say some WRD, and though still they are, if they want to construct some embankment or say some flood protection wall, so still there are. So these are the things which I have covered. Thank you.
Observation on the case should be presented on the ground from the officials from Water Resources Department, Government of Brahmaputra. Any comment on the observation presented based on the data available? Would you like to add something? Anything not properly presented? Any comment on this? No?
So we need to consider like this sort of information also while preparing master plan. So I
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is all for
कौन सा था?
String.